right, coming up next, it's a lightweight showdown between Tim Elliott and Michael the Menace Johnson.
Like I said, there's a lot of things that were signed off last year that I didn't really have.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
So here's
I see emails and I might have just flaked off like, yeah.
Has been spent inside the top 10. Has had to deal with some injuries, had a nasty torn labrum.
I think you need to lay off the booze or something. You fucking, you like Max Payne. We signed you, send you contracts, and you just like, yeah, no problem.
Came into the UFC.
I'm saying, just make sure the check is right at the end of the day. Yeah, that's why we got Moicano. What you call it?
We still haven't seen the best of what
we got Moicano fucking. I don't know what happened.
This guy has
And
insane
Zabit
speed and
Stevenson.
ridiculous leg dexterity. If you are close enough for him to kick you, you've got a
Really
real
want that.
problem on your hands.
I definitely signed up on those.
I think you did. I remember that. I think I was there.
As this knockout force makes his way to the octagon, Joe, this is not a guy you want to stand on a napkin in the center of the octagon and trade punches with. You get in a slugfest with this guy more often than not.
I'm going there with y'all.
Twitching on the canvas.
Y'all know what y'all did. Y'all know what y'all signed up for.
And now our tail of the tape for this lightweight scrap. Both fighters are 31. Johnson will have a 7-inch reach advantage. We send it inside the octagon. There's Buffer.
Was you drunk when we made up the rankings and we made up the belt system and everything else?
Must be. I must have been destroyed.
'Cause apparently you don't understand how what you call it. Abel Trujillo is a champion, and how what you call it is a champion. I still don't know how TJ became champion. He definitely was on drugs. So with Michael Johnson, I know that he's like a really good wrestler, but when you have Tim Elliott on the opposite side of your octagon, I mean, you really don't want to wrestle. You feel like you can do whatever you want, whether it be boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, it doesn't really matter. You can do whatever you want to Tim Elliott. Is the connectivity on this better than it was on online?
A little bit. It gets a little, it drops frame rates from time, but
lands the jab. Double jab there by Elliot.
Thing about Tim Elliott is he's a stupid gamer. Like, he's definitely willing to fucking brawl it out with you. You can smoke his head, I mean, non-stop. Elbows, head kicks, leg kicks, spinny shit, and he's still going to keep coming forward. So, I mean, I was kind of cautious about that, but then again, like towards like the first couple of minutes, I wasn't really getting dinged or rocked by anything. From what I can see, I wasn't really bleeding. So I'm like, I really feel like I can just trade punches with Tim, keep the kickboxing range, so that way I can, hit him with them jab leg kicks, jab kicks high and shit like that.
Let's see if he can make some adjustments here.
I had no intention of wrestling really at any point. The only time I felt like I would needed to wrestle would be if I got in trouble. If he landed something serious and he dropped me and I was all woos, then I would change the pace of the fight. But other than that, I felt like boxing was perfect. Don't do that again. Don't take too many of those.
Nice jab by Johnson. Trying to establish that jab once again.
Basically just circling around, boxing it out when I'm trying to stay out of his range, hitting him with a little high-low.
Unable to connect with the right hand.
The right and the left behind it.
I'm not sure whether or not he's downloaded my patterns yet, so I'm still trying to mix it up a little bit.
Making a nice donation to the canvas tonight.
That one hurt. Look at this. Oh my goodness. He tagged him.
We're just trying to stay in and out.
Another shot lands upstairs.
Mixing it up high-low. Letting him whiff on all of these punches. Like he's whiffing on a lot of these punches and kicks, and a lot of his punches don't really have the pop. He's starting to realize that, okay, I'm not doing too good on the hand, so I need to switch up the pace. And I was ready for that. It didn't really catch me off guard.
All of those are blocked. Oh! He's in a lot of trouble. Body kick, look at that.
Southpaw fighters really give me a bit of an issue too when I fight with them.
Nice jab.
Because it's like all of the combos that I would throw with a orthodox fighter are all backwards, and I just get like twisted upside down.
Oh, nice jab.
Oh shit! I'm such an idiot.
1 minute to go in the round.
I'm fucking dumb now. I'm just remembering that I had a whole card with all of these fights set out. Instead of me running through that card, I fucking decided that I wanted to just pick and start each one of these fights one by one, which would be a waste of time. We could have just ran through the card the normal way, but more on that later on because we didn't even finish the card. I catch Elliot on the come in. He's trying to throw something and I hit him with an ill overhand.
Blocking all the shots coming towards his head.
Nice jab by Elliot.
Elliot got no steam in this shit.
10 seconds to go in the round.
Got no dynamite with him.
And he landed the right hand there.
In real life, that's sad.
Just misses with the jab. The horn sounds for the end of round one.
You can see him
Here's
got
a
no
perfect
dynamite
head
and shit.
kick.
Ah, son.
Here we see
You
a
don't be
beautifully
fucking leaving
timed
niggas
kick.
shit smoking at all. You be
Some
banging
real
though.
He gave
clean
fucking,
striking on display in that round.
He gave
Don't be
DJ a run
smoking
for his
it,
money.
Yeah, a little run for his money, a little scrappy run for his money, but DJ ain't take him serious. Like, yo, I ain't even saying. I got nigga went in there with a broken foot.
Second round underway.
Look for him to go on the attack early in this round to try to pick up where he left off in the last round.
I think he's having the same problem that I'm having too with the whole southpaw fighter thing. Because he's starting to lead a lot of his punches with the straight left instead of the jab. And then it like towards the, you know, towards the middle of the round, he starts to remember, okay, that's not the jab, that's the straight.
Dropping down, looking for a single.
And dizzy as he looks to improve position here.
Stop the takedown there.
Back up.
See, something like that was supposed to at least wobble me, at least rock me, get me dazed and confused. But those punches and those kicks really aren't giving me that pop that somebody else would. So feeling confident on the feet. All I have to do is basically stop him from wrestling, which obviously has stuff to take down so far.
He's throwing some hard shots now.
Beautiful kick there. Pretty good straight punch for him there, Joe. They continue to
I'm trying to get him with an uppercut overhand, but from southpaw it's a little goofy. Like I said, all my buttons are reversed, so
He's blocking almost all these shots.
that fucking rear uppercut is coming out, and that's a little bit too slow.
As good a jab as you will see.
I'm trying to play around with the head movement so that way I don't get cracked. Walked him right into a beautiful high kick.
Excellent defense here. Really good job blocking all those shots coming at his head.
He's starting to pick up on the leg kicks.
Nice leg kick.
So I have to switch up the timing.
3 minutes to go here in round
Instead of it being after the cross, we just want to throw it after the jab. Try to shorten up the sequence so that way he can't pick it up a little bit.
Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes here in the second round. No denying that he has taken the
I haven't even seen Tim Elliott come out of your gym
the
before.
pace here in round 2.
Never.
Hit him hard
So
with that
good
hook.
with that hook, Joe.
Oh, dynamite.
Now a right hand. Blocks the shot.
Yeah, that's something I definitely agree with him on that.
Oh, and he
A lot of these
continues to
shots
dole
that
out punishment.
that he's peppering me with, like anybody
Very nice
else,
leg kick for him there. Can't
Michael
take
Johnson
too
would have
many
been
of
all
those.
over the place.
That one hurt.
Oh, he might be out. He's got him hurt here.
And I'm spelling them out with these high kicks. Now, my problem with Michael Johnson is he was one of the, fun fact, he was one of the first dudes that I signed in my gym. Problem with that is he's more of a wrestling type than he is a boxing type. So he's basically set the tone for how we run shit in our gym, being very wrestling dominant. We're basically, you know, revolving the camp around him. And yeah, I really can't get a lot of finishes with Michael Johnson because of that. Oh, what?
He's in trouble right now.
Who, me or you? Shit.
As I get rocked for some strange reason. So that's the first time he basically rocked us. And we done rocked him like 3-4 times already, so we're not really worrying about it.
How about that shin? Oh, and he snaps off the jab.
Walked right into it.
Really starting to use it as an
Vulnerability
effective
was
weapon in
super
round
high.
two.
There goes that head kick. He just lit me the fuck up.
Use it a whole lot in round 1, but certainly he has had a jab-heavy attack here in round 2.
Couldn't agree
So,
with you more.
Tim Elliott, if you know, time the strikes perfectly, you could definitely, you know, damage somebody in a higher weight class.
Elliot gets hit by that kick to the body. Straight.
But even still, that really didn't faze me.
Lands an elbow here.
I mean, he rocked me, but he didn't drop me. He didn't follow up with a flurry of combinations to sit me on my ass. So I still feel confident. I'm pushing him. Usually I'll be a little bit more of an outside fighter, but, you know, in this fight I really feel like we'll put the pressure on and crumble him. Unfortunately for us, I feel like Michael Johnson doesn't have dynamite in his hands sometimes.
Not the easiest guy in the world to hit, but he got caught there. All right, that's the end of round number 2. All right, that's the end of the round, and our cameraman all over that cut on the cheek. That thing is getting wider by the minute and only getting worse. Cut man gonna earn his money tonight.
Mike.
Here's another kick to the body.
This is world championship performance right there.
Excellent striking on
You
display.
could change this. You could change this lightweight division around with a performance like that.
Yo, get your niggas to make
Oh,
weight.
he's a small man. He's a tame. He's out of there.
That
No.
last round was an all-out brawl.
Whoever they
If
put on the card, we
continue
just take them
like
out.
that
That's
in
it.
this round, someone's getting knocked out.
Well, if that's not the best jab in the game, it's right up there, continuing to land and keep his opponent at distance.
Oh, no.
Is Rafael making bantamweight?
He deserved it.
Well, Joe,
I don't think
seems
so.
to have his opponent's timing down. He has landed some good
Definitely
shots.
don't
Nothing
ever see
really
him
in terms
making
of
bantamweight.
multi-shot
I mean, we don't even have to have that
perhaps that's why
fight.
his opponent's still standing. So perhaps at this point, he could change up the power with which he throws some of these strikes. Oh, he's got him hurt here.
What? See, yeah, exactly. You just saying that because you're trying to change shit around for the whole card. You're trying to get the rest of your fighters out of these predicaments.
Really start to finish tonight. Did it in the previous round.
Don't
and
even.
up right where he left
Aljamain
off
gonna
here.
go in there like a man and kill him. As I'm referring to the RDA Aljamain Sterling fight. A lot of these fights were mixed weight. You know, he was concerned about his fighters and their ability to hang on, basically, and fight dudes, you know, a little bit above their weight class. But I'm like, I'm concerned about those dudes too. I definitely have my own concerns.
As he lands another punch right at that opponent's eye where the cut is. It's a good strategy as he'll try to continue to work on what is starting to be a pretty significant cut.
But as you'll see, we definitely figured out something for Aljamain, and he took on RDA with no problem.
Well, Joe, you gotta fault the strategy
Not trying to go crazy. Not trying to blow everything.
Don't get too cocky. Don't get too cocky.
I'm rocking him, but I'm not putting him to sleep.
Gonna work, man. Yeah, I ain't never had you in my gym before, man. You've been coming out of nowhere. Did a couple training practices, and you think you get a badge?
What a leg kick! Johnson's bruise on that thigh certainly bears watching. That looks. Oh!
He got hurt very, very badly.
You know what I'm saying?
He want to fight on one of the biggest cards of the year, man.
Well, this is exactly
the New Year's Day card.
The
TJ Dillis on Marlon Rice for the championship, for the double belt. Of course he wanted to get a check. He didn't care who it was against. It could have been Cain Velasquez. He probably still would have took it.
We passed the midway point of the third and final round.
Nice.
He missed with that jab.
That's why you gotta give that kid hard.
I think it's time Michael gets that title shot. That's what I feel. Michael's been that dude in my gym who's been putting in a lot of work. Hasn't really got the credit he deserves. And being that Abel Trujillo lost his belt from my camp, I think it's only best that he fights for the title.
We're gonna find you the right matchup one day.
Keep his opponent at distance, courtesy of that crisp jab.
This ain't it.
Leg kick lands and immediately a mark on his opponent.
Look at that, he's timing that jab.
And both guys really throwing with authority. And he connects there.
I thought it was going to be a fun little fight. Both guys were going to bang. You know what I'm saying?
How about that shin?
It was right.
He definitely is a tough fight. Elliot is not a fucking... He's not no bitch. Like, I'm hitting him with everything. The kitchen sink, uppercuts. And he's just eating it all. Like, fucking super tough kid.
Gotta find a way to move those feet and ultimately get that head off of the center line. Oh, that's a good strike there by Johnson.
Come on, man. You can't finish him, Elliot. I know he's tough, but what?
Almost in range with the straight left, but that's a miss.
That's what I'm saying, Mike. This is the hang up with you. This is why you don't never get that title shot. You get the wins, but you don't do it spectacular.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm saying you got what?
He should be sleeping.
30 pounds on him. You can't
But
kill him.
that's the one problem we got with Mike in our gym. He ain't the handsiest dude. He's pretty strong.
15 seconds to go.
He got tagged there. Oh, he's landed some good shots here.
Damn, wow.
Hard hook.
Wow, Mike.
Elliot's eye looks so swollen now, Joe, that I would at least ask the question.
Tough
Is
kid.
that fractured orbital bone? He very well might be dealing with that.
And here's the end.
Wow, Mike.
Good performance, you know.
Mike, I don't.
Tim Elliott, you know, you did your thing, man. I'm gonna have to keep you in the gym. I gotta train you now. We're gonna find you an opponent. We can get you ready. I thought you held your own against a big guy.
The official decision is in. Bruce Buffer has it.
Maybe we can create some steam in your fucking knuckles. You got a lot of steam.
30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, Michael.
Just kept on getting rocked.
Watch the minute.
Steve all the way up there.
Another one of those, you know, Dana White specials.